Hello, hello, happy birthday, good morning. You can create your own narrative at any time, or you can change your narrative at any time. Almost got that in at the beginning, didn't I? Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Remember, every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life. As you can see, I've just been sitting at the top of the slide over here. I normally stand over there, but some parents have just turned up with some children over there, so I'm now walking away. So I'm not connecting with them, not filming them. They can't see that I'm filming them, walking away from the platforms. Anyway, which is a bit of a shame because I was kind of looking forward to that. But I'm just having a chat with my friend Roz on Messenger. Hello, Roz, by the way. Look, no clouds in the sky. I know we have a bit of a clouds thing, don't we? Anyway, that was a really nice conversation. Rebuilding some connections, which is fantastic, and makes me very happy to go through that experience. Anyway, right, happy birthdays, because it is real people's birthdays today, although there's only two, interestingly enough. Claudia Doring and Richard Eaton. I'm surprised you guys don't know each other, both being Ent people, but I guess Claudia down in Basingstoke direction and Richard up in the north of England, although now travelling all over the world. How is your travels around the world going, Richard, especially given COVID situation at the moment? And Richard's the guy who organised the retreats in Spain as well. Not really retreats, but they were co-working. Yes, they're co-working retreats, weren't they, in Spain a few years ago? So I've just realised as well that this is, even though this is an exercise equipment, it says children's play area. But it's not just children, is it? It's exercise stuff, so I'm an adult, I'm allowed in here, surely. Anyway, happy birthday to you, Claudia and Richard. We'll do the happy birthday thing in a second when I get back to the equipment, which is where I did it last time. It's a bit windy now. It wasn't windy when I was here earlier. Windy. It's a bit too windy. A bit too windy today. Can't do that. Okay, I'm just going to do it like this. Say, what's the one thing you want to get done today, or this weekend actually, because I won't see you till Monday now. Oh God, sorry. Oh, it's man, lady with dogs, so that's okay. What's the one thing you want to get done today, or the next hour? 5 through your nose. Hand on heart. Other hand, light your candles, and then blow them out. And wish yourself a happy birthday, because it is the first day of the rest of your life, as well as, of course, Claudia and Richard. Happy birthday to them too. I have a viewer, can't tell who the viewer is. It's quite sunny actually. Maybe I should put the sun behind me, then you can't see my face at all, can you? Gosh, well there you go, that's interesting. Maybe I should go in the sort of semi-shade over here. How's that if I stand here? That kind of half works, doesn't it? Oh yeah, that works. How are you doing today anyway? Cool, yes. So the topic of the day today is you can always change your narrative. So I did an interview with Monika, my friend Monika, a couple of days ago, and that's linked in the descriptions below. That was all about how we get programmed up to the age of 7, but actually it's really up to the age of 12. To talk about that, we have this imprinting stage of our lives when we're sort of 0 to 3-ish, and then 4 to 7-ish is our modelling ages, when we model the people around us, and then 7 till 12 is the age when we start experiencing life and then embedding those experiences as beliefs in our heads, so that we get all these beliefs in our heads between the ages of 0 to 12 in slightly different ways, of course. Obviously you've got the imprinting, the modelling and the experiencing stages of that, and then we think when we become sort of young adults or adults that's just who we are, that's how we've been, that we can't change. But neuroplasticity proves to us that we can change. We can change throughout our lives, and we can change that narrative anytime we like. We can change those belief systems anytime we like. We just have to choose to do it. We have to, if we want to become ace and enjoy our lives, We have to be aware of the fact that we want to change, and then make choices to change. That's the A and the C. And then E is put effort in over time, which then allows us to implement and integrate that change into our lives, into our brains, into our feelings and our beliefs. There's the Ent-spresso book of the day. The Ent-spresso session is all about making money and stuff. I can't really remember what that's about actually, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It's quite a good one with Warren Buffett. But maybe that is what it is, progress machines. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, but there's also a top 10 from Tom Bilyeu. So sometimes I can't remember what I've been listening to, especially if I've been talking to somebody else in between, because it kind of mixes everything up. But anyway, it doesn't really matter, because the point I was making is that we are progress machines as human beings. We like to see progress, we like to achieve progress, we like to make those little goals. So we've talked before on this many times about setting those little tiny goals, then achieving them, proving to yourself that you can achieve them, building your self-confidence, building your self-worth by achieving small goals towards your direction, but also setting a big goal, big directional goal that we want to get towards, so that then we can see, using that law of attraction thing, the arrows, the yellow arrows that are on the Camino, or the things that are leading us in the direction of that goal. We have fun along the way, as Michael Monika said. We used his little thing the other day, which is set your goal and then just have fun, and set your sails, but enjoy the journey. So yeah, just allow yourself to go off the path a little bit, but then keep coming back, because you always know where the path is, where the goal is you're going towards, rather than just meandering around in circles and having nowhere to go. Something that I am struggling with myself at the moment, has to be said. And then Tom also talked about how do you feel about yourself when you're by yourself, which is a really interesting thing as well, which is a really interesting point, because that's that sort of sense of self-worth and self-confidence coming out in your own space. How many times do you beat yourself up for not doing something that you feel like you should be doing? And we talked about shoulds before, and whether or not that you should replace the shoulds with can choose to. So you can choose to replace the shoulds with can choose to, or I'm not going to choose to, or not choosing to. It's entirely up to you. I'm not saying that you should or you shouldn't, but you can choose one way or the other. That's exactly what I'm saying. And then of course you can change the narrative of your story anytime you like, and just decide that you want to have a different story, a different way of doing things, a new life for yourself, and just decide that's what you're going to do and crack on with it. Just going to get underneath the basketball hoop, because I thought it might be a fun little background for a second. Don't have a basketball wall with me though, which would be nice if I did, because then I could practice some hoops while I'm out here. There's a sign up there that says do not climb on the equipment. I guess you probably could actually, especially if you've got small toes to get into the little grooves there. Anyway, so that's the crux of it really. Start your new narrative anytime you like. We all have a story inside ourselves. A guy called Richard, friend of mine, seems to have gone very quiet recently. I hope he's okay. He always talks about how we have this script of our lives that somebody else has written for us, and we can decide to choose it or not choose to follow that script, or we can choose to rewrite the script. We can start writing the story of our own lives starting from today. So whilst you write an autobiography about what's happened to you in your past, nice little bit of sun shining there, you can also write a story about how your future is going to be, how you're going to choose your future to be. So how do you want your future to be? What do you want your future to be? Start rewriting that story today. Start making those small goals. So set the bigger goal, the general direction of your life, the thing you want to get towards, and then set your small goals that's going to get you there. And I want to eliminate anxiety and depression from the world. I want to help mums gain control of their mental health, so they don't struggle with depression and anxiety after becoming a mum, and then feeling lost and like they are a bit part in their own lives all of a sudden, because they now have these children, which are the most important things in their lives, and that they are no longer achieving their goals and their desires in life, other than becoming a mum, of course. And sometimes that can be quite a lot of pressure, and I want to make sure that I help them to see their own worth, see their own value, and help them to live a life they love, and also start creating a future, a positive future for themselves and their children. Because as I talked before about programming up until the age of 12ish, and obviously when I'm talking to parents about that, then they can also learn how to positively program their children for the future. Which then brings us on to, because part of that is working out your finances as well, because that can be a big problem. The book of the day, the Blinkist book of the day today, which is Who Stole My Money? And it's a Robert Kiyosaki kind of guy, but he's basically talking in there about how you can generate cash flow from investments. Anyway, it's quite a good book. It's well worth listening to. It's quite an interesting topic to listen to. But that's also part of what I want to be teaching as well, is how to invest wisely, save properly, avoid debt, all that kind of stuff. Because I've been there. I am still there at the moment, actually. That's one of the things I'm currently still struggling with as well, is debt. I have been too generous to other people in the past. I have bought too many things I probably shouldn't have bought. As far as I don't buy silly things, I buy like courses and trainings and so forth to try and help me be more successful, and then not manage to implement them. And I've also spent money on other people to do things for me when they haven't done the things that they said they were going to do as well. So it's not a great situation to find myself in, but obviously, if I can sort my business out and start helping a few other people with their mental health and understanding them how they can reprogram their own minds for positivity and happiness, and then reducing and removing the negativity from their lives. And if that's you, let me know, and I can help you. I promise you I can help you, because I've been learning loads about neuroscience, neuroplasticity, how the brain works, and how we can reprogram our own brains. That's what I do. That's my expertise. And I can really help you with that if that's what you want to do. Isn't that very cool when it comes off the top of my head like that? It's very exciting. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, if you're not happy, if you don't wake up, I mean, I haven't woken. I have not felt great this morning, and I think I was just saying to my coach, Vicky, I feel like I've had a bit of a breakdown and a breakthrough today. And that often happens. We sometimes have that sort of breakdown when our kind of brain kind of goes, this is really frustrating. And then we have a bit of a breakdown, but then we have a breakthrough as a result of that. Actually, my event that I did in 2014 was called Breakthrough 2014 for exactly that reason, because sometimes it can help us to have a breakthrough, to allow ourselves to feel the pain of the place that we're in at the moment, and then push through it to create a better future, a better future for ourselves moving forward. So yeah, I've been a little bit frustrated because I just haven't done the things I've done. If you've been watching me regularly, I have been saying since before Christmas, actually, probably, that I would do this landing page for my 7-day, I'm going to call it Kickstarter, by the way. I quite like the idea of that. So sort of Kickstarter to living a life you love. So it's a 7-day Kickstarter to living a life you love. Learn all those things that are going to work for you. Alarm going off there. Hold on a second. Yes, so 7-day Kickstarter to live a life you love. That's what I want to do, and I haven't been doing it, and I don't know why I haven't been doing it, but I've just been putting it off and off and off and off. And I think it's just because it's just something I don't really want to do. I don't want to do the details of sorting out that landing page and connecting it to the autoresponder, and writing down all the things that I want to be doing during the week and teaching people. I just haven't got there's something about that marketing. Oh, I know what it was. It was this morning. This thing I saw this morning. It was about ADHD. So I do have. Well, I was halfway through a diagnosis for ADHD when the pandemic hit last March of last year. I had my first interview, and I was due for my formal interview after that, when they would have actually given me a proper diagnosis. And I may have been able to try some pills to see if they would actually help. And the purpose for that, by the way, I'm not a huge fan of the pills thing, but the purpose of that is to find out what it feels like when your brain is working on the pills, so that then I can create a process for for naturally achieving the same results. Because obviously I'm in a situation at the moment where I'm not feeling the way that brain's supposed to work on the drugs, the dopamine hit and stuff, all that kind of things. So I want to feel what that feels like, and then I can sort of reverse engineer that to find a natural way of doing it, which is what I've done with depression and anxiety. So I don't suffer from depression anymore, even though I was on antidepressants 3 times, because I figured out how to create a natural antidepressant, or how to do antidepressants in your body naturally. So that's what I do. That's why I teach people how to do antidepressants naturally. And I just realised I'm going to run out of time. This is really annoying. I'll do this. Anyway, so yeah. Oh yes, the thing was, and it said, it's like when life can sometimes be like you're waiting to get on a flight and you're standing in the airport and you're looking at all the lines to check in, and you can't trying to work out which one of the is the line that's going to go the fastest, or actually you're going to go through customs and you're working out which one of these lines is going to be the fastest, and you can't make the decision as to which line you're going to join. You join one, and then you see the other one going faster, and then you try to swap to the other one, and then that one doesn't go faster, and then you swap to another one, and then that doesn't go faster, and eventually, if you don't join any of the lines, or you keep swapping all the lines, you'll never get on the flight. That was just like a mind-blowing moment. Anyway, that's all from me for now. I don't want to run out of time completely, and hopefully I haven't gone under 15 minutes yet, but sending you all the love. Mwah. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you on Monday morning. Take care. Pow, 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 pow. Bye.